Good day, viewers, and welcome to our today's class. Today, we are going to be looking at some numericals under stress and strain, under simple stress and strain. So, of course, we have been solving some numericals. We are at number 8. Number 8 says a steel tie rod, 50 millimeter in diameter. This is the steel tie rod. Its diameter is 50 millimeter, and we have 2.5 meter long. That is, its length is 2.5 meter long. Now, it is subjected to a pull of 100 kilonewton. This is 100 kilonewton. To what length now the rod should be bored centrally so that the extension will increase by 15% under the same pull. The ball being 25 millimeter diameter, that is the diameter of the ball is 25 millimeter. So we have the diameter of the ball here to be what? To be 25 millimeter. We have 25. So what next? We're given E to be equal to 200 giga-newton per meter squared. Now let's bring out the parameters of this question. We're told that a steel tie rod 50 millimeter in diameter. So we have diameter of steel tie rod equal to what? To be equal to 50 millimeter. Next, what do we have? We have 2.5 meter long. That is the length. Of course, the length of the tie rod equal to what do we have? We have 2.5 meter. Next, it is subjected to a pull of 100 kilonewton. So we have magnitude of pull equal to 100 to, of course, it is equal to 100 times 1000 newton. Next, what do we have? The question says to what length the rod should be bored centrally so that the total extension will increase by 15% under the same pull. The ball being 25 millimeter diameter. So diameter of ball equals 25 millimeter. We're giving E equal to what? 200 giga-newton per meter square, which is the same thing as 200 times 10 to the power of 9 newton per meter square. Now, first thing first, in order to calculate the length of this ball, which is x, we can say let the length x is has already been given as x, so we are looking for x. So in order to calculate x, what we do is that we are going to look for the elongation, that is the extension of this solid rod. We are going to look for the extension here, and we are also going to look for the extension of this reduced section. By the time we get the extension of this reduced section and the extension of this solid rod, it will be equal to the overall extension of the tie rod. So first thing first, we are going to be looking for our stress, that is of the solid section, without considering the reduced section. If we look for the stress of our solid section, we know that sigma equals to what? It's equals to P all over A. And this will be equal to our P, of course, is nothing but 100 kilonewton, which is the same thing as 100 times 1000 all over our area. Our area is nothing but pi all over 4 d squared. We have our d to be equals to what? 50 millimeter. Now, to what should we keep our unit? We can decide to make our unit to be in millimeter. We can decide to make our unit to be in meter. Of course, if I convert 50 millimeter to meter, I will have nothing but 0.05 meter. That is by dividing 50 by 1000. So if I do so, I have here to be 0.05 meter or squared, which is the same thing as what? This is the same thing as 50 millimeter. So next, if we do this, sigma will be equal to 100 times 1000 divided by pi over 4 into 0.05 whole square. If you press into your calculator, it will be nothing but what? It will be nothing but 50 point what? 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6. Of course, our unit will remain in Newton per meter square. Now, this is what? This is stress for the solid section. Now, next, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be looking for the stress in the reduced section. Let's stress in the reduced section is equal to sigma prime. It implies that sigma prime will be equal to, of course, it's P over A. But now, what do we have? You will observe that after the ball has been made, this rod has been made hollow. That is, now we have two diameters. We have the diameter, the inner diameter, which is 25 millimeter, and the outer diameter, which is 50 millimeter initially. So what we are going to do is that we are going to be minusing 50 from 25. That will be our diameter. Of course, this section has now become a hollow section. And when doing with a hollow section, the area A is nothing but, having P here, the area A will be nothing but pi over 4 into D. Because the section is hollow, we have an outer diameter and of course an inner diameter. So we have D square, of course, minus D square, where this capital D is the outer diameter and this small d is the inner diameter. So here, what do we have? It implies that sigma prime equals to P, which is, of course, implies that we are going to have sigma prime to be equal to P, which is 100 times 10 times 1000 all over pi by 4 into, now our outer diameter, of course, is 50 millimeter, which we have converted to be 0.05 all squared minus what? We have an inner diameter, which is 25 millimeter. It's the same thing as what? 0.025, of course, in meters. Now, what do we have? If you press this in your calculator, it's nothing but 67.9 times 10 to the power of 6 newtons per meter squared. So we have 67.9 times 10 to the power of what? The power of 6 newtons per meter squared. This is our sigma prime. Of course, this stress is for the reduced section. Next, we are going to be looking for the change in length of both this section and for the reduced section. When we do that, it will be equal to the overall extension, and then we'll be getting this length. So I'm going to wipe this side off. Stress of the solid section, I've gotten the stress for the reduced section. Next, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be looking for the extension, that is the change in length of this section. I'm going to be looking for the extension of this section. Of course, we know that the L is equal to nothing but what? PL all over EA. This relation has been derived from our previous classes where we did some derivation of this. So I know that P all over A is stress. So I can replace P all over A with stress. If I do that, this equation will be nothing but L have L equal to sigma L all over E. So this is what I have. So what would I do next? I'm having the length to be 2.5 meter. I'm having my stress, of course, of this solid section to be 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6, and I have E to be equals to 200 times 10 to the power of 9. So I've just substitute my values. It implies that the L will be equal to 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6 multiplied by my length is 2.5 meters. It's already in meters, so there is no need for conversion, all over my modulus of elasticity, which is 200 times 10 to the power of 9. So if you press this in your calculator, what will you have? You have 0.00636 meters. I'm just going to wipe this place. Change in length will be equal to what? If you press this, you have what? You have 0.00636, of course, in meters. So this is what you have. Now come back to this question. We were told that what length the rod should be bored centrally so that the total extension will increase by 15%. Now this is the total extension of this tie rod. We were told that we were told to find the length we were told to find the length so that this rod will be bored so that the total extension will increase by 15%. Now what we are going to do here is that we are going to find the total extension. This of course is the total extension of this rod, of this solid rod. This is the total extension. But when the rod is bored, we are told that its extension increased by 15%. So we are going to add in 50% of this same value to it. How do we do that? We are going to be looking for 50% of this value first. To find the 50% of this value is nothing but what? 0.00636 multiplied by 15 divided by 100. Of course, when we get the value of this, we are going to be adding whatever value it gives us, we are going to be adding it with this. To do so, what are we going to be having? We are going to be having 0.0000731. So this, of course, I can subscribe it with T here. This is our total extension after a bore has been made. Of course, we were told that after a bore has been made, the total extension increased by 15%. So this is the total extension. Now, what am I going to be doing next? Of course, I have my stress of the solid section. I also have my stress of the reduced section. Now, total extension will be equal to the stress of the solid section plus the stress of the reduced section. This is what we are having. So now, of course, we know that the total elongation is nothing but 0.00731. So we have 0.00731 equal to. Now, I know that the L, of course, by formula is equals to what? Is equals to stress multiplied by L whole over E. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be having the L here. I'm going to be having my stress here multiplied by my length. But when dealing with this section, I won't be considering this section. So my length will be what? Will be L, that is the total length minus X. What I'm going to be having is this. I'm going to be having sigma here, which is the stress of this section multiplied by the length, taking out what? This unknown length of the reduced section all over E, of course, plus what do I have here? I have sigma prime, that is the stress of the reduced section multiplying what? Multiplying just the length of the reduced section. Of course, we don't know the length, which is labeled X, all over what? All over E. So this is what I have. So next, I'm going to be imputing their values. I impute their values, I'm going to have 0.00, of course, we have 1 0. 0.000731 equal to, I have my sigma to be equal to 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6. 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6 into L. L is 2.5 meter, that is the total length, minus the length of the board section, all over E, which is what? E is nothing but 200 times 10 to the power of 9. We have 200 10 to the power of 9 plus my sigma, of course, sigma prime is 67.9 times 10 to the power of 6 multiplied by x all over what? All over 200 times 10 to the power of 9. So this is what I have. So I can clean here. So what do I do? Now, what we just need is to find the value of x, of course, which is the length of this reduced section. To find the value of x, I can multiply through this equation by 200 times 10 to the power of 9. Of course, 200 times 10 to the power of 9, here we go. Also here we go. This equation will become 0.00731 is 200 times 10 to the power of 9 is equal to this plus this. So we have 50.92 times 10 to the power of 6 into 2.5 minus x plus 67.9 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by x. So this is what we have. So what we just need to do here is to open this bracket. When we open this bracket, we are going to add the two of them. After adding the two of them, we are going to be dividing whatever be the coefficient of x. If we divide both sides by that coefficient, we're going to be having the value of x. So the value of x will be nothing but 1.12 meters. You do that, very simple arithmetic. All you have to do is to clear this bracket, add the values, then divide both sides by. So it will be 1.12. So from here you can see that we have found the value, of course, that is the length of the rod after it has been bored centrally. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned because we are going to having numerous videos, see more examples to come on stresses and strength. Thank you.